In the quiet farming and holiday village of Lanreath in Cornwall, something exciting is happening. On the village green, overlooking the famous Punch Bowl Inn, our county councillor, Richard Pugh, is waiting to be interviewed by David George, the well-known news reporter for BBC Spotlight. Transmission has started, and David is waiting for his cue that will tell him he is live on air. In the few moments to spare, David focuses his thoughts on what he is going to say.
Hi Simon, well that trip to London, the protest trip, unfortunately didn't save the village school, but it did sort of give the village a bit of a kick, and the pub has reopened and so has the village shop. We're on the village square here near the Maypole and right below the tower of St Marnock's Church. Quite a high tower. Now an observer up there could certainly get a good idea all about village life. Are you recording it at home? You don't really get an idea because the film we made yesterday is running at the moment. Right.
After the introduction, the studio switches from live transmission to 4 minutes of film that was taken the day before, including Maypole dancing filmed by Tony Latham in 2010 and given to David.
The thing to do is to look at me then while I'm speaking.
During this break, David and Richard position themselves ready for the studio to tell them they are back live on air. And David grabs these few moments to brief Richard on where to look and warns him they might be cut short. David has an earpiece through which he is listening to the programme going out and waiting for his countdown to go live again.
Your film is running at the moment, Tony.
It is, because I'm not going to get a cue quick enough to switch on.
No, your Maypole dancing is on the telly.
Oh,
yeah, I'm listening to the music.
Good. 3, 2, 1.
Well, thanks to the actor Richard Moore, our narrator on the tower up there, with more than a nod really towards Dylan Thomas's Undermilk Wood. Joining me now is Councillor Richard Pugh, the Cornwall councillor for this area. The one theme, Richard, that comes over again and again is this closure of the school.
The loss of Lanreath Village School was a blow. Wind back 2 years.
Is that all right? This village of Lanreath is the envy of every village in Cornwall. They won't admit it, but what you've achieved here, we talk about community spirit, but when the chips are down, Lanreath has shown the rest of Cornwall what you can achieve. The pub, the shop, the post office, and I've got to mention the school. I think the campaign which was fought here was a battle which should have been won, and it was an unjust decision by the so-called, I'm not allowed to say this sort of thing, by the so-called independent adjudicator appointed by the powers that be, who came here and listened most intently, and we all felt that, yeah, that was a done deal. No one could refuse the right of this school and this lovely village to remain open. He went away and came up with totally the wrong decision. And when I heard the way it had gone, I just could not believe that, I hope nobody's recording this, that man came to this village and was so patronising and condescending and then went away and did what his masters told him to do. But you never know. I hear prayers are being said on a daily basis and that Bishop Bill may be petitioned and have his arm twisted to let you have the building at a peppercorn rent. Who knows? He up there has certainly intervened with the weather today. Perhaps he could intervene down at County Hall and at the Bishop's residence. Have a great day and keep cheering for Lanreath, because I'm sure you will get your school back in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dory. Well, what about Michael Gove's idea that people like the people of Lanreath could reopen their own school?
When we lost the school, this community was devastated, and Michael Gove has said that we can out and demand precise education for our children. He says that just imagine walking to school. Well, we had all that before the previous Cornwall County Council closed it down.
Could you pull it off?
Well, we're going to try. We're really going to try and investigate it, because I've already started looking at numbers and roll numbers in this particular area. So why not? We give it a good shot before, we can give it another good go.
Very briefly, you fought against the Liberal Democrats in your election. Now you're all cozied up together in government. Is that going to affect things locally?
I don't think so. I mean, the Conservatives have tried to work with the Lib Dems at County Hall. They're not, they don't want to work with us at the moment, but who knows, they may be very short.
All right, Richard Pugh, thank you very much for joining us. Everything here in this village, in Lanreath, is documented on the Lanreath village website, Lanreath.mov, and they're filming us tonight, so perhaps we'll be on there tomorrow. Back to you. Thank you, Tony. I was just going to say thanks very much to everybody in Lanreath that put up with us coming around to film. Once again, you're getting used to the BBC descending on you here. I hope you like what we did, and grateful thanks to everyone for all their cooperation. Cheers.